Josie, can you come pick me up in an hour? My phone is gonna die, and I can't get a cab out of here. This place is in the middle of nowhere.
Huh? Aren't you having dinner with your family for your mom's birthday? This is a terrible time to have car trouble.
Yes, I am, and it's a disaster. Mom's practically in tears because the whole celebration is ruined.
Is there something wrong with your car? Can't you get it towed?
Not at all. I drank some alcohol at a work thing beforehand and completely forgot. Stupid mistake. I know.
Shane, all you have to do is hire a driver. There are apps for that these days, you know?
Don't act like that. Can you help me out here or not? This is a family emergency. Mom's stressing about the food getting cold and everyone's waiting for us. Does that old train that used to run by our house still work? Probably take less than 20 minutes from here, right?
Forget about that. The train hasn't been running for years. And even if it was, it wouldn't get you anywhere near your fancy new neighborhood. I'm gonna take a shower now and unwind a bit. Tell your mom to take a taxi, please. I'm exhausted from work today.
But she's already paid for this meal at that expensive restaurant. I don't want her to have to pay even more for a taxi on top of everything else. Everyone wants you to come over to celebrate with us. Hurry up, Josie.
But I just don't want to deal with all that tonight. It feels so one-sided.
Why? Oh, I understand. Are you mad at me for not taking you here when I left for work this morning? I thought it would be easier since you had that big presentation today.
I didn't mean to say anything. Look, it's not about being mad, Shane.
You're being so picky, Josie. Are you trying to mess me up on my mom's birthday?
Huh? What on earth are you saying? It's not the first time. I knew from the start that everyone in your family wasn't exactly thrilled about me being in the picture. They probably think I'm just some gold digger who doesn't care about you, and they'll be annoyed if I'm around. And you always leave me alone and come crawling back, only when you need help, right?
What? This is our family reunion. Even though I'm married now, I'm still my mother's child. So I try to be close to her. And you are not missing out on anything, Josie. Trust me.
What do you mean, huh? Isn't there a huge seafood platter involved? You know I love shrimp.
You must be sick of the way my cousins throw a feast just for flexing, huh? That's why everyone doesn't force you to come. They do think for you a lot. And they know you wouldn't enjoy the pretentious bragging.
I don't buy it for a second. They're just trying to keep me out.
Don't be pessimistic. Look, just forget about them. Come on, Josie. Pick me up.
No matter how hard I try, they won't see me as enough, right? I can practically hear them whispering behind my back.
Come on. If you keep thinking like that, my mom will be really upset that you're not here for her birthday. She loves you, Josie.
That's exactly what your family thinks of me, right? That I'm just some afterthought?
No. Don't listen to that inner voice of yours. Just ignore those dumb basses. They don't matter.
I get it. You just want some peace on your mom's birthday. Fine, I'll get there.
I will be waiting for you. Please call me when you come out of the shower so I can give you directions to this place. It's like a maze out here.
Shane, guess what? Your mom's food has been delivered this morning. The smell is incredible. Wafting through the entire house. Steamed clams, perfectly grilled fish, and plump, succulent shrimp. It looks like a feast fit for a king.
Oh, really? That's amazing. Man, I can practically taste it already. What a nice surprise. Did you send enough for leftovers? I know I can devour a plate myself.
But I can't eat any of it.
Huh? You can't eat any of it? Why not? Did something happen to it? Maybe it's spoiled during delivery? Don't worry, I'll call the restaurant and complain. Fresh seafood is delicate after all.
No, it's not spoiled. Mom just called me and said that it's for you only. She said something about a special birthday tradition you two share.
How can it be like that? That doesn't sound like a tradition I remember. Maybe she got confused.
It feels like she's trying to exclude me from our marriage like I'm some unwelcome guest who can't share a meal with her precious son. It stings, Shane.
Hold on a second. Look, I know this might seem strange, but my mom can be a little, old-fashioned sometimes. She probably just wants to do something nice for me. A special birthday ritual from when I was a kid. Don't worry about that.
But it's not nice if she's hurting me in the process. What does she mean by sending a whole seafood feast for just you? Is there a hidden message there? Some kind of passive-aggressive way of showing her disapproval?
She probably did the same thing to my ex-girlfriend. Bless her soul. Don't think too much about it. My mom is just not used to seeing me with someone new yet. But once she gets to know you better, I'm sure she'll come around. She'll see how amazing you are. How you make me happy.
Why can't I have any of the food your mom sent? I was craving some fresh fish this morning, and now the smell is just making my stomach growl. This is ridiculous.
She just wanted to send me a little care package. A taste of home. It's really not a big deal.
Fine. I was planning to make a fancy seafood dinner tonight, but I can't exactly use the ingredients your mom sent, can I? That would be rude. Looks like you're on your own for dinner tonight, chef.
Hey, it doesn't have to be like this. We can figure something out. Maybe we can order takeout, or I can whip up something quick. There's no reason we can't enjoy a meal together. Even if it's not this fancy seafood spread.
I just do what your mom told me to, apparently. She sent this food specifically for you, and here I am, drooling like a dog watching a steak dinner.
Look, I'll just tell my mom that I finished it all myself. I can't eat a whole seafood feast by myself anyway. It wouldn't be right without you here to share it with me.
Nonsense. I'm fed up with being treated like an outsider in my own marriage. Is this really how things are going to be from now on? Separate meals? Separate traditions?
But you have to admit, sometimes you can be a little stubborn. Maybe if you tried to be more flexible, my mother might warm up to you a bit quicker.
What? Are you serious right now? So it's my fault that your mom doesn't like me?
No, of course not. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just that, well, sometimes you can be a little difficult to deal with. You march to the beat of your own drum, which is great, but it can also rub people the wrong way.
She's been treating me like garbage from day one. Just because I don't sit here and take it when she's rude to me doesn't mean I'm being difficult, Shane. Sorry if I don't want to be a doormat for your mother's bad behavior. She's made snide comments about my clothes, my career, even my taste in furniture. And you just stand there and let it happen.
I'm not saying you should be a doormat. That's not what I'm saying, Josie. I just want us to try and find a way to make this work. We can't let this come between us. I remember my family has an upcoming trip next month. They really do want you to come this time. They booked this beautiful cabin up in the mountains, and they'd love for you to be a part of it.
It's probably just some kind of joke or something. They wouldn't actually want me there, hanging around with all those fancy relatives who probably think I'm not good enough for you.
Josie, that's not true. Listen, I talked to my mom about it, and I think she might be starting to come around. Well, I don't know exactly. Maybe a change of scenery would help break the ice.
What the heck? I don't want to get my hopes up, Shane. The last thing I need is another weekend filled with awkward silences and passive-aggressive jabs.
It's worth a shot, Josie. It might be a good opportunity for us to try and bridge the gap between you and her. We could spend some quality time together, away from all the distractions, and maybe she'll finally see the amazing woman you are.
Although I really want to go. I'm going to be miserable the whole time, just waiting for her to make some snide remark about my hiking boots or my campfire cooking skills.
Don't say that. I'll do everything I can to make sure it goes well. We can plan all the activities together. Pack some delicious food that we both love. And make sure we spend plenty of one-on-one time with each other. We can create some great memories. Just the two of us.
She's never going to change her mind. She's set in her ways, Shane. I just know it.
I know it's not ideal, Josie. Although my mom said we got it covered. Financially this time. But I've been thinking about it. I wish you'd consider contributing a little towards the trip. It would show my family that we're serious about making this work. A united front.
Pay for the trip? That's going to be expensive, Shane. We just had to replace the washing machine last week, and my car payment is due soon. I don't know if we can afford it.
I know it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but it's worth it to me. Think of it as an investment in our future together. We can find ways to save in other areas this month.
You really think that will work? Will showing them a little financial muscle actually make them like me?
I do. We will show my family that we're serious about making a good impression. We'll get a nice cabin with a fireplace. Plan some fun activities like hiking and stargazing. And make sure everyone has a good time. We'll have more control over the arrangements. And maybe, just maybe, it will be the turning point we've been waiting for. So let me find a place.
All right, fine. But if your mother makes one snide remark about my burnt marshmallows, we're leaving early. Deal?
Deal. Well, Mom says she wants to stay at the cabin with a spa nearby, just in case she needs some pampering after a long day of hiking.
That's a great idea, Shane. Just as long as she doesn't expect me to join her for mud masks and cucumber facials. I think I'd rather go for a solo hike and commune with nature.
Hey, Josie. I'm so sorry about what happened. I feel awful about leaving you there like that. The whole drive here, I couldn't stop picturing your face, stranded on the side of the road.
It will always be like that, Shane. No matter how hard I try to fit in, things with your family end up in a mess. I just don't understand why it has to be this way.
No way. It's only a glitch. Keep your chin up, Josie. Mom just didn't realize how much luggage we all had. I really truly wanted to put them all in the trunk, but I couldn't budge an inch with all those overflowing suitcases.
I can't believe you just let me stand there looking like a fool while you all drove off without me. Didn't you even think to ask if I had a way to get there myself?
Josie, I just don't want to cause any more tension between you and my family. They're not used to having an outsider in their group, and it's taking them some time to adjust. Trust me, the last thing I want is another fight, especially on vacation.
Oh, I see. So it's all about keeping your precious mommy happy, even if it means sacrificing your own wife? That's a great way to start a relaxing vacation, isn't it, Shane?
Well, I'll drive to you right after we arrive at the hotel. By the way, Josie, did you see my key anywhere? I couldn't find it for the life of me and had to use the spare.
In my pocket. Right next to the invisible invitation I must have missed for this little family getaway.
What did you just say? Josie, is that any way to talk?
Do you want to come get it here? Or should I just mail it to you?
What's going on? Why you're always so sensitive and picky about everything? At least hear me out before making up your mind. Bring it back.
Picky about everything, Shane? I'm the one who was left stranded in the middle of the road like a forgotten suitcase. And now you want me to come crawling back and give you the car key like a puppy, following its owner?
You will ruin the trip. I understand you're upset. But can we just put this behind us and enjoy our vacation? Think of all the fun activities we planned.
Enjoy your vacation? Right from the start, it's not a vacation to me. I don't understand why I have to suffer for your family's inability to pack light. Why can't someone else take a cab or something?
But it's not about choosing one over the other. That's not fair, Josie. Can't we just move on from this? We can unpack, maybe order some takeout, and relax for a bit.
Shane, you're my husband, and you're supposed to protect me. Stand up for me. Instead, you just stood there and let your family treat me like dirt.
Josie, you're overreacting. I don't think my mom is doing it on purpose. She probably just got a little carried away with packing for everyone.
Oh, come on, Shane. You know that's not true. Didn't you see how embarrassing that was for me? You should put yourself in my place. Can't you see how this is making me feel like I'm not important or valued by your family?
I get it. I'm sorry. I'll convince my mom to let you go with us tomorrow. We'll have a blast exploring the sights together. Just the two of us.
Talk is cheap, Shane. I won't trust you anymore. You should have thought of that before letting your mom fill up the car with her luggage, like I wasn't even there. Here I am, all excited for our first family vacation together, and your mother treats me like an afterthought I can just shove into a suitcase.
But I said I was sorry. Believe me, Josie. I never meant for things to turn out this way. Just don't make it go further. Let's not ruin the entire trip because of this.
Who do you think should upset it? It's not just about the space in the car, Shane. It's about how your family treats me. Like I'm some unwelcome outsider who doesn't belong. Isn't that right, Shane? Am I just a burden you have to tolerate because you married me?
Why are you being so stubborn? Mother must have misunderstood something, so she didn't accept it. Big deal. Can you please give in a little bit for the sake of the trip? Think about all the fun activities we planned. Hiking, sightseeing, romantic evenings by the fireplace.
She barely even tolerates me, Shane. And you're just making excuses for her behavior. All I want is to be accepted by your family, to feel like I'm part of something bigger than just you and me. But your mother makes it clear at every turn that I'm not welcome.
I'm not making excuses, Josie. I just want you to understand that my family is important to me. I want you to be part of it. Don't just leave. I'll talk to her after dinner about it to make sure they treat you with the respect you deserve. But as a daughter-in-law, you should behave properly to her too. There has to be some effort on both sides. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, Josie! Josie, what the hell did you do? We arrived at the hotel and they told us that there are no rooms available. My parents are fuming, and my sister's on the verge of tears because she was so excited about this trip.
I canceled the reservation I made for your family's trip. It seems like you all packed a bit more than anticipated, wouldn't you say?
What? You can't be serious. We talked about this, Josie. This was supposed to be a chance for you to finally bond with my family. Now everything's a mess.
By the way, you don't have to pick me up. I found another room for myself, down the street. A charming little place with a balcony overlooking the ocean. A far cry from the overcrowded, overpriced hotel your mother insisted on.
But it's not fair to everyone else. You can't just cancel reservations last minute like this. Don't you even care about the chaos you've caused?
Why should I care? I've already paid for the cancellation fee. They knew full well how much luggage they were bringing, Shane. Maybe next time they'll learn to pack lighter, or at least ask if there's enough space before they fill the car to the brim with their essentials. We're done.
Fine. But what about me? What about my parents? We can't just leave them hanging like this in a strange city with nowhere to stay.
That's not my problem. You can figure it out. Maybe your mother can pull some strings and use all those connections she bragged about to find them a last-minute room at one of her preferred establishments.
Why would you do that? I thought we agreed that you were going to help me make a good impression on my family. This isn't exactly painting you in the best light, Josie.
Because I'm tired of being disrespected by your family, especially your mother. The way she treated me in the car ride here was the last straw. Condescending remarks about me. I couldn't take it anymore.
What disrespect are you talking about? That wasn't intentional. It was just a misunderstanding. Mom can be a little blunt sometimes, but she doesn't mean anything by it.
See? I tried to make you understand, but it didn't work. You always find excuses for their behavior. They treat me like an outsider, an unwelcome guest in their perfect family picture. Well, I'm not going to be disrespected anymore.
Well, congratulations. You got your message across loud and clear. Now we have nowhere to stay and it's all your fault. Josie, listen. Mom is so angry. Now I'll give you the last chance to find another place nearby for them. At least try to help them salvage this trip.
No, I'm done talking. I think it's time we seriously consider getting a divorce, Shane.
Huh? Divorce? Are you insane? Josie, please don't do this. We can work through this. I don't want a divorce. We've built a life together, remember?
I can't take it anymore, Shane. Your family treats me like dirt and you always take their side. It makes me feel like you don't even care about me.
It's not that simple, Josie. They're my family. And I can't just turn my back on them.
I'm not asking you to do that, but I need you to show me that you care about me and that you're willing to stand up for me. Otherwise, I don't think we can stay together. This trip was supposed to be a turning point, a chance for us to move forward as a united front. Instead, it's exposed the cracks in our foundation.
Josie, don't give up on us. We've been through so much together. Please, give me a chance to fix this. I'll talk to my mom and make her understand how you're feeling. We can find a way to make things right.
I don't know, Shane. It's going to take a lot more than just words to fix this. This trip was supposed to be a chance for us to move forward as a couple, but instead it felt like the final straw. The way your family treated me, the way you just stood by and let it happen, it makes me question everything I thought we had.
I really don't want to divorce you. Let's meet and talk it out. Josie, please. We can fix this. Remember all the good times we had together? The laughter, the dreams we shared? Don't throw it all away over a bad trip and a misunderstanding with my mom.
No, Shane. I will go back to my hometown after that. Maybe some time apart will give me some clarity, will give me a chance to see if I can ever trust you again, if this marriage is even worth saving.
What do you say? Josie, I love you. You're the most important person in the world to me. Don't walk away. Let's fight for what we have.
I guess we have nothing left to say to each other. You let them walk all over me and belittle me in front of your entire family, and you didn't say a word. How do you think my parents will react when they hear about the truth, about our marriage? That their daughter isn't happy? That she's treated like an outsider in her own marriage?
Please, listen to me. I don't want to end up like that. Josie, please don't go. I'll do anything to make things right. I'll talk to my mom. I'll book us a couples therapy session. I'll even sleep on the couch for a month if that's what it takes. Just don't leave.
After that, I heard my husband and family spend hours finding a cheap homestay nearby. They can barely enjoy the ride because my mother was always irritable. My husband was very tired. I went back to my hometown. As I said before, Shane came here even every day after work to apologize to us. Although my mother-in-law wants him to divorce me, Shane really doesn't want this. He promised me that he would split from his parents, even though I'm not completely forgiven. I decided to take a look at the situation for the time being. I told him that if he does it again, I will divorce him for real. He nodded in agreement, so I went home. My mother-in-law was very angry because of that. As a result, their relationship also started to fall apart, and now there's no contact anymore. I can finally live a stress-free life. My husband finally realized how miserable I was after we started living together again. He seems to have really changed himself and willing to help with the housework. Seeing his attitude, I can finally feel relieved. Of course, if the same situation happens again next time, I won't soften my heart. This time, I choose to trust my husband, and I will try my best to maintain my happiness. Together, we will create a family that is always full of love.